day, and I just wanted to make a quick video to talk about the car now that I've had it for a while. My 2014 C7 with the Z51 package. Absolutely love it, extremely fun. Favorite part of the day is driving it. But I want to just talk about the car a little bit more. Some things I love, some things maybe I don't like as much, and give you a couple shots of it. No spoiler alert, but I actually feel very strongly about whether or not it's a daily driver, whereas a lot of people had shared opinions about it. So I'm going to share why I do or don't think it can be. All right, let's do it. One of the big things that I want to talk about for this car is the transmission. As you can see, I have the 7-speed manual transmission, which I think is the way to go if you're going to have a sports car or even a muscle car. I think it's just fun to drive. You know, it's more fun that way for me. Some people prefer automatic. That's cool. Whatever you like, go for it. But personally, I always go with the manual transmission. And I do feel like, although it's a nice transmission, there are shorter throws. I think 7-speed is just too much. Like, they easily could have had a 6-speed like my Mustang is, and I would have enjoyed it as much, if not more. And quite frankly, it's pretty tough. I mean, I've never stalled out on this car yet, knock on wood, but I have actually kind of misclicked and accidentally put it in third instead of fifth, or even trying to just go into first or second gear, not fully jammed it in, and so it stayed in neutral. And so I think it's just like a little bit vague at times. I know a lot of people rave about the transmission, they love it. For me, I think, again, it's just a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. But with that said, I would not change a single thing. Obviously love this car, will always have it in manual, and really like it. And you know, if you're an experienced or advanced driver, you don't really have too much to worry about. If you're just learning manual for the first time, it might be kind of difficult for you. But all in all, it's just a brilliant car. And the transmission is something that, again, 6-speed for me would have been better, but it doesn't take away from the experience of driving it. Okay guys, and as far as like overall performance of this car, this is just such an amazing vehicle. Right now I'm driving through these windy canyons where there's not too much traffic. I can pick up and drive fast. When traffic picks up a little bit, I don't have to worry about my brakes. Very, very precise. Some of the best performing brakes in any sports car of this caliber. Can stop on a dime really. So it's just all around such a well performing vehicle. If you're the kind of person that likes to drive spiritedly, you are not going to be lacking for anything. I have the Z51 package. I don't even have the Z06, and this is more car than I will ever need. I think like it outperforms what I can do, and you know, at top speeds, which I won't even be able to hit outside of going to the track, top speeds will make you and anybody in the car have a very, very, very fun trip in it. And then you know, also if you're just more like I'm doing right now, driving through these windy little hills and mountains, worried about precision, such a great vehicle for that. All around, just an absolute fantastic performing car that you're going to enjoy driving. If you do have the opportunity to get the Z06, why not? That's even more fun and power. For me, I'm extremely happy with the Z51 package because it has everything I need and more. So one of the things I love the most about this car is just the handling. Like, this car is so sharp, so precise. It is day and night different from my Mustang, which my Mustang is fun, you go straight and fast, everybody's happy, but it really is a muscle car versus this is more of a sports car. So I'm actually right here in the Santa Monica Mountains, and I'm here on purpose to show you how windy the roads can get. Look at this, super windy, you know, lots of sharp turns. I've done this same track and course in my Mustang and hated it. I'm paranoid. If there's other cars there, I'm like, what's going on, bikers, etc. It's just not as fun. But this in the Corvette is just such a pleasure. Like, you don't have to worry, it's gonna stay tight, drive one-handed, two-handed, everything's fine, whatever gear you're in. It's just such a tight and precise drive. I love it so much for that. And it's really great because, I mean, sometimes you wanna go straight and fast and have fun. Sometimes you're gonna kind of have to go through an obstacle course or whatever's happening. It's so versatile and doesn't lack in the power and speed that it produces when it does that it's just all around such a great vehicle. So as far as handling goes, hands down, one of the best cars I've ever driven for that, and just such a joy and pleasure. With a very, very comfortable steering wheel, I would add too, that comes stock on the car. Okay guys, now I really have to really address the biggest elephant in the room, is the fact that, in my humble opinion, this is not a daily driver. There's so many videos that you'll find on the internet, or there's so many people that put out commentaries on why it is a daily driver. They say it has a huge trunk space, which is absolutely true. They say it has really good, a relatively good gas mileage, which is also true if you drive in eco mode. And you know, it's just a great overall car, which I agree, all those things are true. I just do not feel personally that I would want to drive this car every single day. I live in Los Angeles, it's a big city. I go to nice parts of town, I go to very bad parts of town, I go grocery shopping, I go to the gym, etc. It's, for me, when I drive a car that is a nicer car, or one that I care about like this one, I don't want to have to worry like a maniac about where I'm parking. I don't want to have to worry about if it's safe, if there's too many hills, is anyone going to mess with my car? Is the clearance too low? Like, there's just so many things that when I'm driving this car, I have to think about, that I personally would not want to wake up every day, be running late to work or wherever I'm going, and say, oh my God, can I take my Corvette there? Should I just take Uber instead? Like, no, that's not the way. So I actually prefer my Mustang because I can take that bad boy just about anywhere. It has a high enough clearance. It's a nice car, but not one where it's so nice that I'm worried about, you know, anybody parking too close to me, whatever. I think all around, that's just a better daily driver. And this one, you know, quite frankly, I want it to be kind of nicer, where when I'm in it, I'm having fun. It's a joy to drive. It's kind of an experience. And I just don't think that, personally, this is a daily driver. I would enjoy the car as much. Especially, again, like you guys can tell, mine is stick shift. So even that adds to it, you know, and some of the drivability of it. So if you live in a place where maybe it's not as urban and populated like Los Angeles, you're just going from work to and back, and you go to the grocery store and it's an empty parking lot, that's cool. Definitely could be a daily driver. But I would argue that if you live in a big city where there's a lot of other people, a lot of people to worry about on the road, a lot of traffic, and, you know, just a lot of things that can get in the way, I would not recommend driving this every single day. So one other thing I will talk about with this car, and I think ties into the fact that I personally don't believe it's a daily driver, is the fact that it is so low to the ground. It is so tight in here. The visibility is just very, very much an issue. So if you're driving straight, you're cool, you can see everything. But if you're trying to merge, if you're turning, if you're even making a right turn on a red light or something, you might not have enough visibility to honestly see what's going on to the left or right or behind you. And at times you either have to guess, which is not safe or recommended, or you have to just kind of like wait. And you know, if you're driving for the pure joy and love of driving, that's fine. I have all the time in the world. I'm here to, you know, just have fun. Oh, nice roadster. I'm here to just have fun and enjoy the experience. But if you have to go somewhere, if you're in a rush, like, that's just not cool, or it's not fun, you know? Like, it's not something that you want to really be like, you know, waiting just because you can't see where you're going, or, you know, guessing on if a car is merging or not behind you. So it's one of those things where that's just a trade-off for having a little sports car like this, and I think a worthwhile trade-off. But personally, if I was going to be using this as a daily driver, not something that I would have to want to worry about. Yeah, guys, so I mean, all in all, just such a great car. I love this vehicle. One of the best purchases I've ever made in my life. Something that I hope and expect to have for years to come. One thing I will say is I'm glad I got it now, because it is such a fun and spirited car. It's a car that's so low to the ground. It's something that you want to have fun and get your heart racing. I know a lot of guys get it when they're in their 60s or 70s, which is cool. Like, whenever you can and want to get it, you should do whatever you want. But I want to personally just enjoy it while I'm still happy and looking at trying to max out the speed that I can get through it, or the performance, instead of kind of just, you know, chilling and cruising. But all in all, highly recommend the car. I'm having fun, and I know I'm going to just keep learning and having even more fun. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked, feel free to comment below. Let me know what car you got, what Corvette you have. And if you can, you know, follow the channel, because I'll be posting more videos in this car and a lot of cool content. So hope you have a great day. Enjoy and be safe.